Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Turkish Delight with the Battlefront Bazaar. And at last, after about a month of waiting, we got the patch notes for Battlefront 2's first August patch, scheduled for release tomorrow, August 7th. Ben Walk, our global communications manager, is back from vacation and posted a short but to-the-point post on the forums and Reddit going into the changes and fixes coming with this first August patch, which is supposed to be the hotfix that we've all been waiting for. This fix will address the many bugs and issues that found their way into the game after the July update, and it is long overdue, so I'm happy to announce that we're finally getting it in just a few hours. We don't have exact times for when the patch will be released just yet, but this is a client-side patch, meaning a download will have to take place in order for you to enjoy these changes. This just means that it's a pretty big patch, though looking at what Ben is calling patch notes here, I can't help but think he glossed over a few details. So let's take a look at what Ben listed in his patch notes, and I'll give my thoughts on some other major fixes that were not included, that I think this patch specifically needs to address. Starting off, Ben writes on his post, "Hi everyone, Emperor Palpatine and Ewok Hunt are back. The issues that required us to temporarily disable both have been fixed in this patch. In addition to that, we've deployed balancing updates to lightsaber heroes in Galactic Assault that should make them viable again. Give them a try and let us know what you think. We also addressed the stuttering upon hardlock issue in Hero Starfighters. And finally, we want to thank you for your patience while we were working on addressing these key problems. Your feedback is valuable to us, so please keep sending it along as we continue to improve the game." After that, Ben just provides a short list of changes coming with this update. Starting off, Palpatine has been added back to the game along with two major fixes for him. One, for an issue where he was very overpowered by restricting the angle from which the player could lock on with his lightning ability, and one for an issue with Palpatine being able to lock on to targets through walls. Ewok Hunt has also been added back to the game, with a fix for an issue where the stormtroopers were unable to board the shuttle. Stamina for lightsaber heroes got the rebalance players asked for, though there are no specifics in this post. And the last two items are a fix to an issue in Hero Starfighters on PC, where players experienced a short stuttering before being locked on, and a fix to an issue with Extraction, where objective markers were misplaced on Kessel and Jabba's palace. That's all the detail the patch notes went into, and to be honest, for patch notes, this is a little disappointing. Granted, Ben just got back, and I'm sure this was just a quick message to get out to the players, saying, "Hey, we're back, change is coming, don't worry." I fully expect a more in-depth explanation of the changes to be released to coincide with the patch release itself. Now, I really hope this isn't the complete list. Like I said, this seems a little short of a list for there being no update for a month, especially with very minimal communication throughout that month. I know vacation means no work, but the sheer amount of time since the July update has been real, and I think the players deserve a serious quality of life improvement in this patch. I'm now going to go over a few things I would like to see addressed in this patch that I think are serious problems in the game, and if they are addressed, it would make the long wait completely worth it. The first thing to bring up is the hit registration on lightsabers, which for me personally is huge since I use saber heroes a lot, and it's really frustrating when you clearly hit your target but it doesn't register. Same thing goes for force powers. Luke, Yoda, Kylo, and Vader all suffer when their force powers don't work the way they're supposed to, especially since the nature of these powers is such that they need to work when you activate them. Luke's repulse is a big one because that is a save your ass when you're in trouble move, and the fact the enemy won't be affected by it almost half the time is a big problem. Same with the push for Luke and Yoda too. I'll be pretty upset if force powers and lightsaber hit registration is not addressed in this patch. We also need to see a fix to the credit payout screen at the end of rounds. This one is completely cosmetic, as the number of credits you receive from matches is actually the correct amount. It's just the end of round screen that displays about a third of the credits you're receiving. This has led to a lot of confusion from players regarding their earnings, but hey, at least the payout is correct. It's just the display that needs fixing. The battle point multiplier is also something that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. Next, I want to see a fix to the ping site issues. I have friends who claim they can't even get into lobbies or games because their ping site settings won't let them. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to the settings menu and go to the bottom right option that says your EA account, a few rows down you'll see your ping site settings. This basically should correspond with your location geographically, wherever you are in the world. The ping site is what determines the quality of your connection to the game. If you are using the correct ping site for your region, you should find games and lobbies almost instantly since it takes less time for the data to go from your game to the site and back to the game. If you are using a ping site that is different than your region, you will run into a bunch of connectivity issues and other problems. Well, the issue here is that some players' games have decided to hijack the ping site settings and make the default setting into a region that the player is not in. For example, you could be in the UK, but the ping site settings could be set for the Philippines. When the player goes into the settings to change it to the correct one, the game will just default back to the first setting automatically, not allowing them to make the correct change, making the game literally unplayable for these gamers. This, out of all the fixes, should be top priority, because if you have loyal customers who are literally unable to get into the game that they spent $60 on to play, you are doing them an immense disservice. It's unintentional thievery. I feel very fortunate to not be affected by these site issues, but I do sympathize with those who do, because I know I personally would have a very different opinion of this game if I were affected. There's a bunch of other changes I'd like to see happen, but most are either not worth mentioning or are just simply escaping my mind at the moment. But regardless, tomorrow's patch should bring some much needed change and balance to the game. I'm especially stoked to have Palpatine back, as well as for the stamina changes. I made a video for the stamina changes when they first got released in July, but after tomorrow I'll have a new one that goes into each hero and their own personal stamina attributes, since they will be different from the last time, so be sure that you've subscribed and you're getting notified so that you know when that drops. But that's all I've got for this video. Drop a comment and let me know which fixes that you're most eager to see, and what other changes you hope come with this first patch. Don't forget, we're still getting a content patch this month that is supposed to bring clone trooper customization as well as the ability to buy emotes and victory poses, so make sure that you're saving up a good number of credits for that. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. This has been Turkish Delight, and I'll see you all out on the battlefront. Peace. Tequilas, margaritas, got me chillin' with the divas and all of the spicy senoritas. They be dancing on the table, oh so graceful, delight angels, got them spun like ballerinas. If woman not from Venus, take me to the zenith, I'm a phoenix with the